Hey everyone, it's me, Twisted Dance, and today I'm gonna make an unscripted video about why I'm not a huge fan of fan theories and ships. Now, I should probably make it clear that I don't really mind people shipping characters or making their own weird and probably nonsensical theories. Like, they can do that all they want, but I'm usually not like a huge fan of them. Like, I'd much rather stay away from that stuff as much as possible. Now, I'm first gonna talk about theories, and I might as well like make something clear because I know some people are probably confused because I once said that I enjoy reading fan theories, and that's actually true. I do actually enjoy reading fan theories, but usually only of shows that have already ended. Like, if we're talking about a show that's still airing and that theory is meant to like predict the outcome of a certain plot point or even the show in general, I usually stay away from those types of theories as much as possible. Because when I watch a show, I try my best to look at it from the perspective of the creator's intent. Like, I try my best to figure out what a creator intended to do with their products. And whenever I listen to fan theories, like their own perspectives, like their own weird perspectives that probably don't even fall in line with the vision of the creator, they usually end up clouding my experience. And I don't want that. Like, I really don't. I really do not want that. And that happens to me all the time. Like, you have no idea how many times I've watched a show and like, because that's the thing about fan theories. Like, not only do they cloud my experience, but usually like they end up creating they end up creating these unintentional expectations that I never asked, but because I read a certain theory, I want to know if that theory is actually true or not. And so when I end up watching the show, I end up thinking about a certain theory that I wanted to be either proven or disproven, even though that was never the intention of the show. Like, they never introduced like this puzzle for us to decipher. Like, if we're talking about a certain like clue that they left in certain episodes that we're supposed to figure out for ourselves, like that's one thing. But fan theories, usually they don't really need that. Like, usually people like make fan theories like out of nowhere, like these like weird questions that they created themselves that the show never put, like they never asked. Like, they never asked us to decipher a certain clue. But fan theories, they don't really need that. And as a result, like, I ended up like constantly asking whether or not this theory is true. And when a show like just doesn't give a fuck about the theory and is trying to create their own stories, I might end up feeling a little bit unsatisfied because there's a part of me like there's a certain question I have on my mind that hasn't been answered. And it's not even the show's fault. It's my fault for reading the goddamn theory. And that's why I stay away from it as much as possible. I do not like reading fan theories, I'm sorry. Especially if the fan theory is correct. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. I remember when I watched the 10th episode of the 6th season of Pretty Little Liars. And before I watched it, which, by the way, like, that episode revealed who A was. A is like the main antagonist of that series. Like, before I watched that episode, a couple of weeks before, I watched a video that fully predicted who A was. Like, it was insanely accurate. And when I watched the episode, I felt like I was spoiled. Like, I felt like that video spoiled the outcome. Like, there's this video from the round table that I don't really know who came up with the theory because honestly I didn't actually watch it. But basically, like, it's a Steven Universe theory video, and it suggests that Steven Universe might lose one of his eyes because in one of the latest episodes, like, there's this cat that doesn't have, I think it doesn't have his right eye. I might not remember very well. And that episode was about Garnet not like having troubles predicting the future, and for some reason like Garnet grew attached to that cat when they decided to adopt it. So that might be a metaphor for Steven like losing his eye. And here's the thing, like this theory sounds kind of clever, and if it's true, I've been spoiled. Like I missed the opportunity to look back at that scene and think, you know what? This is kind of clever. This was a clever reincorporation, but I don't have the chance to do that because of course, this is only assuming if this theory is true, and if it is, then I lost the chance to experience that, or maybe think for myself. Who knows? Because theories, like the only theory I'll ever listen to, like it's my own theory. Like I'll only listen to my theories because, well, they're mine. So I'm the one who created it. And even then, like I try my best not to let those theories like define the expectations I must have for the series. Like I just don't want any business with that. And that's why I tend to avoid these like fan theories from the Round Table, Mac Time, Channel Federator. And don't get me wrong, like I don't really have any problem with those videos in terms of quality. Like I have a bit of an issue with Mac Time's videos, but the Round Table and Channel Federator, I think they're above fine channels, and those videos I'm sure they're at least fine. So, but even then, like I don't want to watch them. I don't want to listen to what they think is gonna happen in the future. If you want to show me a fan theory, only show me from shows that have already ended, and because when a show ends and they leave certain stuff a mystery, like even when that's the case, at least that's what the creator wanted us to, like at least like that's proof that the creator wants us to make theories. Like that's the point. But if the show hasn't ended already, well, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Now let's talk about ships. It's very possible that I've once made it clear that I don't really like ships. I also don't really enjoy shipping characters because honestly, I think when you obsess over romance in shows, you end up missing a lot of important stuff that you probably should be focusing. But whatever, I'm just gonna talk about other people's ships. And just like before, I have no beef with people shipping characters, but the thing with ships is that, like, first of all, like, a lot of ships, and I mean a lot of them, are just completely delusional. Like, I remember when I was still, like, a huge fan of How I Met Your Mother, like, I was basically a fanboy. Like, I once saw this ship of Barney and Lily. Like, what the hell? That makes no sense. Like, Lily is married to Marshall. Barney has feelings for Robin, and Lily, like, not that Lily hates Barney. In fact, they're pretty close. It's more that Lily does not like a certain side of Barney, like his sleazy, perverted side. Like, she really does not like it, and I don't know how she would ever, like, have feelings for Barney. Not that it matters, because she already has feelings for Marshall. So why would this ship makes no sense? And there are a lot of ships like that. Every show has these weird, just nonsensical ships that don't make any sense. But that's really what you get. Like, and that's one of the reasons. But I think the main reason why I don't like ships are the people who ship characters themselves, because like these people usually end up obsessing over their delusional ships, and they want it so bad to be true that whenever a show does not let whatever characters they want to be together, they get angry, and they let the fact that their favorite ship didn't happen, just like they allow that to like make them lose their shit. And not just at the show, but even other people might have different opinions on their ships. They get really angry, and honestly, these people like they just make me resent the whole ship culture. And I'm not saying that all of them are like that. Obviously, like these are probably like I'm not even sure if they make up for most of ship culture. I'm sure most people who like shipping, like I'm sure they're like reasonable people, but still a lot of people are like that. And honestly, if there's a chance that I might find these types of people, I might as well just stay away from this culture. But it doesn't, but again, like it doesn't help that I don't really, I just hate most ships because I think they're terrible. I think they don't make any sense. I don't think they're like taking into account whether or not the characters have chemistry. I think they just like those characters and they really want them to be together because they're probably like their favorite characters, or maybe because they have a certain similarity that they find to be cute, but they don't really think about whether or not it makes sense. And a lot of ships are like that, and honestly, I just don't care for them. Like, just screw you. I don't really care for your ships. Like, leave me alone. And that's why I hate both these cultures. Anyway, I think that's it for my video.